Go through a quick update. So basically, it is 6/19 and 6/18. The state of Ohio finally was able to receive a declaration of a natural disaster from the federal government. So if you go on the website, Ohio Emergency Management Agency, um, they basically have the information there. This is my city. We got hit by a EF4 tornado, so that's winds of over 166 miles an hour. So super strong storm. But you go down here and it has it under news and presidential declaration, and the governor's website has the information about the declaration, and then it has a link to the FEMA natural disaster area. You put in your zip code and click look up, and it'll tell you, yeah, that it is a Montgomery, Ohio declaration here. And then you press apply online, and then you go through their steps, and you can apply for FEMA assistance. And then there's also assistance through the SBA. So the SBA has a disaster loan assistance program where basically you can get low or no interest loans to repair your home, business, or nonprofit. And so they have the same process where you have to go through and find the eligible disaster areas, apply online, and then check the status. So this is Ohio, and this is the storms here, and it just kind of lines out what counties in Ohio. So, and then you would just go through the apply process. Again, you go to SBA loans and the disaster relief area. So I went ahead and did that yesterday. I was super excited that the area was officially designated as a federal disaster area that frees up funds from the federal government and the SBA for our community to rebuild. So I thought this was going to really, get people back in shape. So I went ahead and applied online. I was pretty astonished at the outcome. So at 3:05, I applied for the SBA loan, and I got an email confirmation saying that the confirmation was submitted, and then that's at 3:05, and then the application went into review at 3:13. I got a credit inquiry, so I have a service that tells me when somebody pulls my credit exactly at 3:13 again. So that was like in review at 3:13 email, and then credit inquiry, the emails at 3:13. Interesting. And then at 3:18 I got my decline letter. So it took the total of 13 minutes to decline my disaster relief loan. 5 minutes after reviewing my credit report, I was just sent the decline email, and I called them and I asked, why was it declined? And they said, oh, it's because you don't have sufficient credit score. And I'm like, well, my home is paid for. I have plenty of assets to cover the loan. And they said, oh, well, we just have credit criteria that needs to be met for you to qualify for a disaster relief loan. So they basically are just like treating it like you're applying for a credit card or something, and it has nothing to do with the circumstances or even the amount of assets that you have. So this is not how I thought that would work. And I'm really astonished that all the people that have been affected by natural disasters have had to deal with this, and our federal government and the legislators haven't addressed it. I mean, really, you're not going to let people recover, not going to give them the tools they need to recover, and you're just going to be basing it off of a credit score and not, anything else. Yeah, so each one of us, we have a line item on our paychecks to say, federal withholdings. Every week we get a paycheck. That means we're part of this co-op, and we're all paying into it. And Americans don't leave each other hanging in the natural disaster, but it seems that the federal government has no problem with that. So we're paying for these agencies to exist, and we're paying into them to make sure our communities are whole. And so this basically tells me that, places like Dayton and all these other cities, when you drive through them and they're just devastated communities and you wonder, oh, well, maybe it's just going to take a little more time. No, it's because there's all these gaps in our system that is basically going to mean that, my house isn't going to get repaired, and then that's going to affect, the rest of the community. And once again, if you have money and you don't need it, you can get more money. But if you need money and you don't have it, then you're not going to get money. So a real class divide again within our federal government. And we can do something about this. Contact your legislators and let them know this is not acceptable, and it needs to be fixed. Okay, if you have any comments or questions, please post them, and let's make this this ridiculous process better. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.